All right, so I am Sarah Hoffman. I'm the ecosystem builder with Project 412. My role is doing anything I can to support new and existing businesses. So sometimes that looks like programming or helping entrepreneurs connect with others in the community. So I'm really excited about today because we have so many fantastic entrepreneurs in our community, but what a lot of people don't know is a lot of our entrepreneurs are young entrepreneurs. And there are a lot of really cool things coming out of the high school with the Career Academy, and just so many cool opportunities. So today is all about celebrating young entrepreneurs. So first we have Kaylin Bloom, and she is an artist at the high school. And who got a chance to see her fabulous art over here? Anyone? So she's here to talk to us about it. So tell us a little bit about your art and how you get inspiration from nature.
Hello?
Yeah. You're good.
I guess I just brainstorm a lot of ideas. I do go towards the more nature vibes, I guess. But I don't know. There's a lot of different categories that I like to do.
So what are the different styles of art that you do?
Well, I do a lot of ceramics, and I do have a few acrylic paintings and colored pencils, and then that cardboard one over there, that's pretty new.
Can you tell me about the first time you did a ceramic piece of art?
What was the first thing that I did? Well, one of the first things that I did was the koi fish platter over there. The technique that I use is you put the glaze on and then you scratch out the pattern that you want to. So that's why it's it's white underneath, but it was a really long process, but it looks really good.
So did you try that in an art class the first time, or were you just experimenting on yourself?
Yep, I tried it in the art class.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go get the piece of art you're talking about. So what does the process look like to build this, start to finish?
So to build the actual platter,
The whole thing, coming up with the idea?
Coming up with the idea. Yep. Well, it was kind of just a rough sketch, and I just went along with whatever I felt was right. I didn't really have a plan for it, but to make the platter, I guess you roll out a big piece of clay, so it's a big flat slab, and then I put it over something to mold it, and then shape it, and then you gotta let it dry a little bit, and then you can put the glaze on.
Do you scratch out all the pieces and stuff before you add the glaze?
No, I put all the color on, so it's completely covered in the glaze, and then I scratch out the design in it.
And it just comes there?
Yeah.
So this is very different from any type of ceramic stuff I have seen before. Where did you come up with this? How did you know how to do this type of art?
Well, my teacher showed me the technique. That was the thing that we were doing in class.
Okay, that's really cool. And then what about your acrylic paintings that you've done? Where do you get your ideas behind those?
Well, just based off what the prompt is in our art class, I guess I just brainstorm a lot of ideas, and I don't know. I do a lot of sketching and resketching.
So what is it that you really love about art that keeps you coming back to it?
I love that you don't have to do it the way how someone else wants you to, or how you think you should. You just kind of do whatever you want to and see how it turns out, I guess. That's what I like to do.
That's really cool. And then can you tell me a little bit about that piece that has all the dimension to it?
So that one's made all out of cardboard and wood and string. And so that was our Gaza destruction project that we just did about the wars in Gaza. So all of it is completely made out of cardboard. So it's like 3D. It's like a flat 3D sculpture, I guess. Yeah.
That's really special. So you are going to college now and you're hoping to do something with art a little bit. Do you sell your art ever if people are interested?
I don't sell my art.
No? Okay. So you create it purely because it's a fun and creative outlet and something you really enjoy to do.
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you think you'll try any different types of art in the future, or are there things you want to try?
Yeah, I think once I go to college, there'll be a lot more opportunities for me to take.
Is there a medium you've always wanted to try to play around with and you haven't yet?
Probably more with sculpture. I'm taking a sculpture class right now. I'd like to do more with that.
Okay. And is there anything in your art class that has kind of surprised you? Like, have you always really loved art as a kid?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there something you knew you tried in the class that you were like, wow, this is really awesome, and this is what I want to lean into?
Before I got into like art classes, I've been more in like just like drawing and painting, but I'm glad I was introduced to ceramics because now that's my favorite thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and visiting
Thank
with
you.
us today. If you haven't had a chance, you have to come check out her art. Let's give a round of applause to Kaylin. We have Ross Hansen and Tyler Ostlie with TR Industries. There you go. Are you guys going to be able to share?
I think so.
It'll keep us from interrupting each other.
He said it'll keep them from interrupting each other. It's all right, I can translate. So tell me a little bit about how TR Industries came to be.
TR Industries started in my backyard at a bonfire. Ross came up to me and was like, hey, you're doing some stuff at the school. I ran a school business called Laker Production. And he was like, hey, let's take this to the next level. Like, why not? And maybe Ross could add a little bit to this.
So I think it started way before that. We've probably been talking about this for a year and a half, but we never really took it seriously until last September it was. And you were telling me about how you were frustrated that you got such a bad score on your first test at college. And I was saying that you should drop out and that we should go start this business. And because I saw so much opportunity for it through what we did together at the school in the Laker production pathway and in the shop classes there. So I think that's kind of where it all started.
So tell everybody a little bit. Oh, Amy's got the baby. Sorry, I got distracted. Tell us a little bit about what you did at the high school.
At the high school, we did like kind of a small business. We did anything from like custom cornhole boards. That was our main thing. We also did a lot of stuff for Lake Shirts when they did their like 5-year parties and stuff during Christmas. They would give their employees a little cutting board. So we kind of did a lot of what we are going to do, which is kind of cool. And that's a really cool opportunity that we get to learn, I guess, from Lake Shirts donating all that machinery to now we're going to start a business because we learned that.
So at the high school we had a roll-to-roll printer for making stickers and all kinds of decals and stuff like that in the classes, along with a CNC router that was donated by Lake Shirts. And we see how valuable the community support is here, because if it wasn't for Lake Shirts and BTD and all these other businesses that help out and donate that stuff, there is no way that we ever would have learned all this and would be doing this. So, it's really because of the community. And to go back to the original question, with a lot of the stuff that we're making, it's nothing that it's everything that we did at the school, and it's nothing that's really new to us, I guess. But yeah, it's just we have a very wide range of services, and that's what we know how to do and what we were able to learn in our 4 years of high school through going through those classes. So
That's a really cool opportunity. And you were able to learn like the business side of it too a little bit before jumping into the business. So let's go back to the bonfire, Tyler's beginning. And what did it look like from there? Like, what were your next steps?
So after the bonfire, I went up to the parents' room. I was like, could imagine how that conversation went. But they were very supportive, and they just want the best for me. So yeah, from there, it just we kept going day by day, and we got a shop. We're over off County Highway 6 there in the new Greens Plumbing Heating Building. And the owner, Nick Green, actually really helped us out, kind of helping us out with rent and, getting that spot all cleared out. But from there, we've just grown. We've bought machinery. We've gotten some orders in. We've filed all of our stuff to be a legal business. So yeah, and now we got this opportunity, and we can't be more grateful.
So I was a little bit hesitant about Tyler talking to his parents because I thought that they were going to be really mad at me because I thought that they were going to be the ones that were going to come at me because I'm the one who brought the idea of Tyler not going to college anymore. So, but yeah, I don't. That's kind of our beginnings, I guess. I can't really add to that. We just drew up an agreement and got papers filed, and it was a good learning experience. But yeah, that's kind of how it went.
So everything was smooth sailing the whole way from that day to now.
No, so when we filed for our EIN with the IRS, we waited probably 6 weeks, and we hadn't got it yet. Well, when the paperwork submitted, our address was wrong on it. So after being on hold with the IRS for 3 hours, finally able to talk to somebody, and we got it figured out. But yeah, so that was one problem. What are some other problems that we had with? It's just tough. The toughest part about the whole thing is just it's not the production and the running of the business. It's the fact that because we already did that at the high school and stuff, it's the fact that, it's all our own stuff now, and it's such a high startup cost. I mean, there's no entry level printer, entry level CNC. You have to buy the biggest, baddest thing right away. And, it's not cheap. So that's probably been of the smooth, I guess that's probably been the roughest sailing with that. But I mean, there's just, other than that, there just hasn't, I mean, like I said, it's nothing new really. Cause we've been doing this just on our own now. So, I mean, well, there's different ways you can look at it, but that's kind of my take.
That is my take.
Ditto. So now that you've started getting going and you've shored up things with your EIN, 3 hours on hold with the IRS is actually a pretty good turnaround time in my experience. But so how are you getting customers now and kind of trying to drive traffic?
Yeah, so right now it's been kind of a lot of word of mouth. We do have a website up now that's actually live today. We're going to have a shop that's going to be on there in the coming weeks. We're going to have some social medias up too. We wanted to wait on that until the website was done, so it's kind of all in one package. But yeah, we've just been kind of word of mouth so far.
A lot of our just to add to that, a lot of the customers that we had from the school or people who heard about Laker Production have been referring over to Tyler mostly. Tyler's most of the brains of the business, but yeah, so that, and then we were really trying to buffer with trying to blow ourselves up and really put our name out there because we didn't have our website up yet. So we were trying to make a good first impression with that. So there's a lot of ideas we have, but now that we kind of have a footprint, now we're gonna more, I guess, try to put more effort into that.
And I hear you have a really good website designer.
We have a really great website designer.
You do.
Best website designer in the Midwest, if not the world.
For those of you who don't know, she also does the Project 412 website, which is a huge lift. So we love her. All right. So now you've got everything started. You're getting some traction and stuff. What's next?
Making some cool stuff for some cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that, and probably paying off all our debt, and yeah, so
That might help a little bit.
So because you're co-owners, do you have it split so each of you has kind of a different focus within the business?
Yeah, right now, a lot of kind of what our roles are. I guess I'll speak about my role, and Ross can speak about his. My role is kind of more the production side, and I guess dealing more one-on-one with the customer, what they want, what personalization they want. So that's kind of my role is start to finish, and then Ross is kind of like the back end and the support of everything, and has the business knowledge that I kind of more lack.
So I'll just say that Tyler's weaknesses are my strengths, and my weaknesses are Tyler's strengths. So we don't divvy it up, I mean, and say we have to be doing this or this. I mean, everybody helps with everything, but I had a little bit more, I guess, business experience because I had a lawn care business when I was in high school, and I still have it now. But so when Tyler was first explaining to me, I mean, I saw what he was doing at the school or what we were doing, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of opportunity for this. And so Tyler was, I brought the idea to Tyler, was like, it was more than a year ago of starting his own thing or our own thing or whatever the case may be. And he was telling me what some of his concerns were with, that had a lot more to do with some of the things that I had experience with. So then that's why we decided to do a partnership. So it's 50-50, but Tyler lets me do my thing, and I let him do his thing, and we talk, but I don't, if I'm gone, I don't think twice about what's going on there. I mean, we have that trust, and I have no worries whatsoever, and I don't know if you can say the same, but
You put him on the spot now.
There has been a couple things that have been broken. But we're all good.
yeah, I sucked up a big block of wood in the dust collector, and then I wrecked the tool change or the height sensor on the router. So I've probably, I've cost us a little bit north of $1,000 probably.
You live and you learn.
But that's why we have the different roles, because that's what Tyler's good at. And then I probably need to stay in my own lane.
That answer came full circle. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. So is there anything, I know you knew a lot of the business going into it and stuff. Is there anything that surprised you that you didn't expect jumping into this?
I guess some of the processes, going from like you're in a school and you have kind of an instructor to back you to, all right, we got to figure this out because this is us and this is on us to meet these deadlines. So I guess more of that responsibility of doing it on our own.
I wouldn't really say, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything that completely surprised me. I mean, there's been a lot of learning along the way, but things that I had no idea about, I guess. I mean, there's been problems, but it's all been worked through, and yeah. Again, I guess it just kind of depends how you view it, but yeah, that's what I think.
All right, we're going to see if anyone has any questions.
What business resources have you leveraged, if any, or what additional resources do you feel like you need from a business standpoint that maybe other businesses in the community could utilize, or things that you see that the community may need from a resource standpoint in terms of the things that you maybe are learning or still don't know about a business?
I guess there's nothing that comes to mind right away, but as we keep going, there's going to be things that come up. So I guess we don't really have like a list of things that we would need or want to know right now. But as things come up, we ask those. I have like a speed dial list on my phone of people who have businesses who I know, so I just call somebody up. I guess that's what I usually do. So to answer your question, there's nothing that comes right to, maybe you can say something different, but there's nothing that comes to my mind right away. But as we keep working and going on, I'm sure there will be. And I guess it's just kind of a cross that bridge when you get to it kind of thing.
I just want to understand a little bit more. Are you trying to ask, like, have we used any resources in the community, or?
In terms of, and I think other businesses are a great resource, whether it's, no matter if it's the same industry that you're in, or obviously I'm in the financial industry and, leveraging people, as far as additional questions or helping understand maybe financial ratios and looking at financials once you get to that point in terms of, how is our business doing in terms of, in comparison to others in the industries and things like that. So yeah, different industries or how you leverage maybe other, and that's what I was wondering is if other businesses, to maybe help guide you through some of the things that you might be facing along the way of your business journey.
I would say we've had actually a couple. Eric Tullius at Trophy House has actually been really helpful to us so far. I had a couple questions and he answered them for me. So that was really nice of him, especially since we're kind of competitors in a way, but we're kind of treating it like, we're all trying to build the community. So we're all one. Also, our accountant, he's not in DL, but that's definitely been a resource that has helped us tremendously. Every time we're on the phone with him, it feels like you're in class, but you're learning way more than you would in class. So, I think there is a couple more resources that we've used that has helped us kind of, all right, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do this. And for me personally, I guess for personal questions about business, my girlfriend's dad really helped me, Josh Breton. He's been a really supporting me, so that helps a lot.
Yeah. When you mention our accountants, I mean, it's like an hour-long phone call with our accountant feels like a semester of college. I mean, it's so valuable, and we're grateful to have them. That's for sure. So, did you have anything else to add? Okay. Yeah.
Early on, one of the first people that you used as a resource was Sarah Hoffman of Project 412. Could you just reveal to everyone what questions you had for her and how she was able to connect you with people? Maybe you didn't use the people, but just kind of how that played out with Sarah, because Sarah does amazing work in this community, and people don't know exactly the resources and the connections and the knowledge that she has.
For sure, yeah. So when we were first talking about doing this idea, it was actually Vern Schnathorst at the high school who gave us Sarah's contact. And so we set up a meeting and we went into her office, and She had a whole, we were looking to see if there was any kind of manufacturing grants or anything like that for maybe, businesses that are starting in some kind of field. And there really wasn't much, but she gave us a bunch of good contacts, like the, small business development people. And, so I guess we haven't, has there been anything that we've, I guess, used from Sarah's contact?
I would say we're here right now because of Sarah. Yeah. That's been really awesome. And when she asked us to come here, and we were like, that's amazing. So we're really appreciative of that for sure.
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough to say, but yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of little things that you don't really realize that happen, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we're very grateful for this opportunity and look forward to other things with Project 412 in the future. And yeah, Sarah's been great so I guess for anybody if you're a small business or you're starting a small business or something like that, I mean, go to Project 412 and talk to Sarah, because there are all kinds of resources with Project 412, or if it's not through 412, she will find somebody or hook you up with somebody that can assist with whatever you're trying to do. So does that answer your question? Okay, all right.
Well, that was awesome. We'll pay you later for that sales pitch, but it was fabulous. And I do have to give a shout out to Sarah, because she is an incredible resource on our staff, and we are very lucky to have her in town. My question is twofold. One is, you happen to be connected, Ross, to somebody who's really great at PR. And so I'm wondering if you're tapping into your sister's experience with any marketing. And then my second question is, what does success look like 5 years from now for you guys?
So Hope has offered her PR skills about 20 times, but I haven't done anything to get the ball rolling on that yet. So, and she doesn't seem too upset about that. So, yeah, I think it's definitely something that we've talked about, but it's just from the standpoint that we're kind of going back to what we were saying earlier about waiting to blow ourselves up, kind of we wanted to have that footprint on it. Because if you start telling everybody you have a business and a ton of people find out, go online, well, there's no information there. Well, then, you only get one time to make a first impression. So now that we're kind of going on that, that's not, now we can start, I guess, looking into more of that stuff. Success 5 years from now, I mean, everybody's version of success is different. So, I mean, what I'm going to say is going to be far different from what Tyler's going to say. I guess, you know what, you go first and give you some time to think.
Steal some of my ideas. Success in 5 years. It'd be nice to have, stuff better in the business, just to be safer and more space. It is pretty packed right now. So I guess success in 5 years looks like more space, but also to me, what my goal is the community aspect of, we've been given this opportunity by our community. So we want to give back to that community that's given to us.
We want to find a way to give kids or whoever it may be the same opportunities as we did to get going with this, because there's absolutely no way that we would have done this without Lake Shirts and BTD, and who are some of the other production sponsors at the school? Team Industry, yeah, all those, yeah, Dynamic, all those good, all those great, and we would like to be like that, I guess. So I mean, yeah, so there's that kind of success. There's financial success. I mean, whatever it might be, I guess that's kind of what I think.
And then something else that we've kind of been wanting to start, whether it be next year or in a couple of years, whenever we can, I guess, is we've been talking with Vern, and we want to do an internship program with TR. So then students can get that experience kind of in more of a real world setting. Not trying to take away from the program at all, but just to offer.
All right. Well, they didn't go easy on you, did they? So, what, gosh, can't think of what I was going to say here. What advice do you have for someone who's going into this, who's excited to start a business tomorrow? What would you tell them?
I guess kind of what we did was, I guess not take it day by day, but sometimes you have to take it day by day just to get things rolling.
You can say 100,000 different things for this, but I think it comes down to doing what you want to do and what makes you happy. No offense to my dad, but if I would have taken every piece of advice he would have given me, it would not, I would probably still be good or well off, but it's about making decisions based on what you want to do. I mean, there's been things that my dad, for example, have thought have been a horrible idea, but I went and did it anyway. And I guess it's kind of where I'm happy with it. So, and I think that at the school too, if you're talking in reference to young people, take advantage of that career pathway thing at the high school. There are very few schools that get that. Nobody, I don't know what percentage it is, but Detroit Lakes High School is a great place for that. I went into high school, I couldn't stand going to school every day for, when I was in 9th and 10th grade, I just wanted to work. But once I was in 10th and 11th grade and got that stuff, Tyler and I had times where we'd be in the wood shop from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning. So we had a couple of those nights, and it's just taking advantage of what the opportunities that you have. And yeah.
That's great advice. I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs that come to me and there's a lot of advice from everyone, and everyone wants you to do well and to succeed. And it's really important to stay true to what you're going for. And that's awesome that you did that.
I guess one thing too that I'd add is maybe have a little bit of a plan in there. Sometimes it's grueling to make that plan, but we made a plan, and we have, not saying we have followed that plan, but then there was something that we could kind of be grounded in.
And nobody succeeds alone either. I think of everybody who's helped us out get to this point. Couldn't, and there's people who are there and want to help as well. So, yeah.
So just one last question. Is there anything else, you've talked a lot about community support, but is there anything else that we as a community can do to support you?
Go to trindustries.com, trindustries.dl.com, and I don't know, place an order or something.
Yeah, I guess, I know you said we're big about community, so if there's anything that we can do to help support an event or anything like that, we'd be interested. So just let us know. We'd love to help.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Let's give them a round of applause.